Brad Williams, Frugal Finance for the DIYers out there. Insulation. Where to install insulation in a home. To use energy efficiently, a house should have insulation installed from the top to the foundation. That means attics, walls, floors, basements, and crawl space. Each part helps maintain comfort indoors while cutting energy use. Attic spaces. In unfinished attics, install insulation between and over the floor joists. This separates the attic from the space below. If heating or cooling equipment is in the attic, insulate the rafters instead, and don't forget the attic access door. It needs insulation too. In finished attics, insulate behind knee walls, between studs and rafters, or exterior walls and roofs, and the ceiling under unconditioned spaces. Extending insulation into joint spaces helps reduce airflow. Walls. Exterior walls should always be insulated. That includes walls between rooms and areas like garages or storage spaces. Foundation walls, whether exposed or in heated basements, also need insulation. Floors. Add insulation to floors over crawl spaces or garages, as well as cantilevered floors and slab-on-grade sections. Sometimes it's better to insulate the crawl space foundation walls instead of the floor above them. Again, extend insulation into the joint spaces to help control air movement. Additional areas, install insulation in band joists, seal around windows and doors to block drafts. Be aware of local issues like radon or termites while choosing insulation, especially near foundations. Attic insulation types. Loose fill and bad insulation are the most common. Loose fill usually provides better coverage and costs less before adding any insulation. Seal air leaks and make necessary repairs. If the attic is conditioned, seal and insulate the access points. If you're adding decking or equipment, make sure the insulation isn't compressed. In hot climates, radiant barriers can help limit heat gain. Duct insulation. Ducts in unconditional areas should be sealed and insulated. In new homes, it's better to place ducts within conditional space to avoid energy loss. Cathedral ceilings. These require enough room for insulation and ventilation. Use large rafters or truss designs to allow for this. Unvented ceilings can allow more insulation since there's no gap for airflow. Use foil-faced bats, high-density bats, or add rigid foam under the rafters, but cover them with fire-rated materials. Exterior wall insulation. If walls feel cold despite good attic insulation, they may lack wall insulation. It's possible to add insulation during siding work or remodels. Blow-in or spray foam are common and don't require much disruption. For open walls, use 2-part spray foam or wet cellulose. Blanket insulation is a cheaper option but offers less air sealing. New construction, wall insulation. New homes offer more choices. These include structural insulated panels, insulated concrete forms, and insulated blocks. Even standard framing can improve by reducing thermal bridging and adding more insulation surface. Foam wall sheeting performs better than wood and helps prevent condensation. Garage floor insulation. For floors above garages, seal all air leaks and add a barrier to keep cold air out. This also prevents garage fumes from entering the home. Basement insulation. Insulated basements cut heating costs and make rooms more comfortable. During construction, insulating exterior walls controls heat and moisture. In existing homes, it's usually easier to insulate interior basement walls. Always use materials that meet fire codes and prevent mold. Foundation insulation. Insulating the foundation keeps lower levels warmer and can help with moisture and pests. In new homes, insulating concrete forms and blocks are common. Exterior insulation works better during the build. Climate should guide what materials to use and where to place them. Crawl space insulation. Most new homes don't use ventilated crawl spaces. If unvented, insulate the foundation walls, not the floor, so pipes and ducts stay in the conditioned area. Add a vapor barrier to the ground, seal the space well, and protect the insulation. Slab-on-grade insulation. Slabs can create cold spots indoors. Insulating under or around them during construction is simple. For existing homes, you can dig around the slab and install foam board. But be aware, slab insulation may attract termites, especially in southern regions. Some places even restrict it. Interior slab insulation is less of a risk for termites. Insulating the right part of the home saves energy, cut costs, and keeps rooms more comfortable from the attic down to the ground. If you would like an actual demonstration of some of these different insulation techniques, let me know. I like to do this stuff myself, and if there's enough interest, then I'll create a video on some of these different ways to add insulation. If you have any questions about adding insulation, comment. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps. See you soon.